We don't know when we are in our history, and this is the biggest lie of our time. I can't honestly think of a greater deception. We know that everything we've been told or taught is a lie. And nowadays, it is super difficult to sift through all the lies and misinformation to find the real truth. Our history is no different, and it's especially hard to find out our true timeline, and we really don't know when we are. I stated this in a previous video, and it is super hard to fathom or to get your mind around. There are certain things that have been brought to my attention recently, and they cannot be ignored. A true critical thinking mind must at least consider this information at the very least. Now, I want to preface this by saying I'm not dogmatic about this one way or another, but it is truly compelling. I'm not a preterist, but honestly, there are some verses in the Bible that must be examined, and verses that I have personally struggled with for a long time, but with this interpretation would make complete sense. Now, in Matthew chapter 16, verse 28, Jesus says, "Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here, which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom." Also, Mark 9:1 and Luke 9:27 says the same thing. When we read this verse, it doesn't make logical sense to believe that someone at that time would have survived over 2,000 years and would still be alive until this day. It makes more sense to read it literally as it is written. Jesus is literally stating that some people there at that time wouldn't die till they saw the return of Christ. It would happen that quick. There are many more verses that can be listed, and I can do so in another video upon request. Now, when we look at some of these old pictures of people in the 1800s, it looks like they don't really fit in with the architecture around them. And I believe there's a 0% chance that these people with horses and buggies built these structures. This picture here is more than likely what aligns with what they were building at that time, which isn't like the other extravagant architecture that surrounded them. Now, the question that we are left with is who built these structures? I don't have a good answer right now, but I do know that we aren't creating structures like this, nor do I believe we could even do so if we tried. Also, it's very curious to me that around the 1800s they established insane asylums, and also at the same time there were said to be hundreds of thousands of orphans that were being shipped around in trains. Where did all these orphans come from, and where were their parents? Could it be possible that maybe all their parents were put into those insane asylums? Could it be a possibility that they knew of the return of Christ and just couldn't shake that or rid that out of their minds, and therefore got put into these insane asylums for re-education? Again, I'm only speculating and do not know anything for sure, and honestly, it would be hard to know for sure. And it is also hard to know for sure if we are truly living in Satan's little season or not, because it would be very easy for him and those working for him to erase that out of our history. And they simply do this to confuse everyone about everything, because he is the author of confusion. There's an old painting that is called Satan Summoning His Legions, and this was painted by Sir Thomas Lawrence around 1796. This painting is said to be Satan, the rebel angel who has been sent to hell, standing by a lake of fire. He summons his followers. The subject is Milton's Paradise Lost, Book 1, line 330. Awake, arise, or be forever fallen. This is pretty sinister if you think about it. I mean, Sir Thomas Lawrence, what are you thinking when you're painting this? You see this figure with his arm up, and his face looks very sinister as well. And if you look on top of his head, it seems to be some sort of bird on top, maybe an eagle. But what's very interesting is that this face and this pose is strikingly similar to that of the Statue of Liberty. And it's very interesting because the arm is up, the muscle structure looks very similar as well. And if you go back to the painting of Satan summoning his legions, you can see that his feet are kind of on the balls of his feet with a heel up. And what's interesting is on the Statue of Liberty, it has a very similar stance, which is kind of strange. And also what's very interesting is that on the Statue of Liberty, on one of the feet, it has a chain that is broken. Okay, what does that mean? Now, in light of everything that we've been researching, we need to reconsider what all this means, what the Statue of Liberty means, what the 1776 date means. We've been told that we declared independence. From who though? What if that is all a complete lie? Because what else is interesting is that in 1776, the Illuminati was also formed. In the back of our dollar bill, it also says Novus Ordo Seclorum, which translates to the New World Order. A lot of people think that we are currently waiting the New World Order. But what if in 1776 the New World Order actually began? The connection here is in the Bible, in Revelation chapter 20 verse 3. It says that after the 1,000-year reign of Christ is fulfilled, that Satan should be loosed for a little season. Now, why is it, again I'm asking, that there is a chain that seems to be broken from the Statue of Liberty? Could it be that after the 1,000-year reign, that Satan and the New World Order are declaring their independence from Jesus Christ and his reign, and now we are in the New World Order already? So this isn't something that we're waiting for. We are in the New World Order after the reign of Christ. I know this is crazy to think about or even consider, but in light of the fact that our history has been a lie, we need to reconsider all things.